This video is for people who want to understand why they can't lose weight and make lasting changes. What I'm about to share is not for those looking for a magic fix. This is for people who understand that old habits change gradually through deep internal work. If you want to understand how to truly change your habits forever and finally start living a healthy and happy life, watch until the end. You decide to change. This time for real. You sign up for a gym. You plan to start eating healthy. The first few days go well. You force yourself to exercise. You resist junk food. You use all your willpower. But then it becomes harder. Every day feels like a battle. Exercise feels exhausting. You start feeling massive internal resistance. Eventually, you give up. You return to your old habits. You feel like you failed again. But here's the truth. You didn't fail because you're weak or lazy. You failed because you were fighting against something much more powerful than willpower, your subconscious mind. Let's talk about the actual problem. Yes, weight gain happens when you consume more calories than you burn. But that's just the symptom. The real problem is much deeper. You don't eat because you're hungry. You eat because that's how you get dopamine. And you need that dopamine because something is weighing on you. Old hurts, stress, low self-worth, deep subconscious patterns that formed years ago. For example, a woman comes home tired and stressed. She sits down and eats fatty food, sweets, junk food. In that moment, she feels good. She gets dopamine, temporary happiness. She forgets about her problems. This has become her safe space. Her subconscious has learned, this is how we feel better. Over time, this becomes automatic. Her subconscious sees this as a solution, not a problem. When she decides to change, her conscious mind says, I want to lose weight. But her subconscious, which controls 95% of her daily decisions, is still operating on old programming. Her subconscious still believes, fatty food makes me feel good. Exercise is hard. I'm too tired. Healthy food doesn't satisfy me. These are deeply ingrained beliefs. Her nervous system has adapted to this pattern. When she tries to change, she's fighting against her entire subconscious programming. It takes enormous willpower every day, and willpower is limited. Eventually, it runs out. She gives up because she's trying to change her actions without changing the subconscious beliefs that drive those actions. When you try to lose weight through diet and exercise alone, you're treating the symptom, not the root cause. The root causes are buried in your subconscious. Old hurts and resentments creating emotional pain you soothe with food. Low self-worth, making you believe you don't deserve to be healthy. Stress making food your escape. Limiting beliefs like I'm lazy or I've always been overweight that have become part of your identity. All of these create powerful subconscious resistance. No amount of willpower can overcome this permanently. You might succeed for a few weeks, but eventually your subconscious pulls you back. Here's what most people don't understand. Your subconscious is your body's reaction to your habitual thoughts. Your nervous system physically adapts to these thoughts. When you decide to change, your body doesn't just go along with it. Your body is still craving that dopamine from junk food. Your body is still feeling the stress that food used to soothe. Your body is still operating on the belief that exercise is exhausting. This is why you feel such strong resistance. Your body hasn't changed yet, and your body is much more powerful than your conscious willpower. So what's the solution? If the root problem is in your subconscious, that's where the change needs to happen. You need to actually reprogram your subconscious mind. You need to release the old hurts. Build genuine self-worth. Change your beliefs about exercise. Transform your relationship with food. Shift your identity to someone who naturally takes care of their body. When these subconscious changes happen, everything becomes easy. You naturally want to eat healthy. Your body wants to move. The cravings decrease because you're no longer using food to fill an emotional void. Your new subconscious beliefs change how you feel. How you feel changes what you want to do. What you do creates your new reality. Your subconscious changes through consistent repetition of properly formulated suggestions, but not affirmations in your mind, not visualization. Your nervous system needs deeper engagement. The most effective method is writing by hand, specifically formulated self-suggestion texts that address your unique root causes. When you write by hand, you engage your entire nervous system. Your subconscious absorbs the information much faster and deeper. Your text must be created specifically for you. It needs to address your specific emotional wounds, limiting beliefs, relationship with food, self-worth issues. Generic affirmations won't work. They're too surface level. When you address the root causes, cravings get weaker. Food stops being your emotional escape. You start feeling like moving. You naturally choose healthier foods. The changes stick because you've changed the underlying programming. The weight comes off naturally. This is about changing how your nervous system functions. When your subconscious changes, your reality changes. If you tried diets before and always gave up, now you know why. You were trying to change from the outside in. The real change happens from the inside out. This is not a quick fix. Your patterns took years to form, but they will change. Usually, you'll start feeling shifts within 5 to 7 days. Your cravings decrease. Exercise feels less difficult. You make different choices without forcing it. Over weeks and months, these shifts compound. What once required massive willpower becomes natural. The weight comes off and stays off because you've changed the root programming. We've used this exact system with approximately 1,000 people in one-on-one consultations. We've seen it work across every type of problem you can imagine. The results speak for themselves. But we can't help everyone through individual sessions. That's why we created a comprehensive step-by-step guide, the Subconscious Reprogramming System. This guide contains everything you need to understand how your subconscious actually works and learn the proven method to reprogram it. If you're ready to finally change your habits from the inside out and start living a healthy and happy life, we encourage you to use our guide.